Now back to Inside Real Estate. Here's Mike the Realtor.
Hey, folks, we are back. InsideRealEstateRadio.com is the website. Hey, time to get in a little bit of mortgage talk. We want to talk about repair escrows. Terri Waggoner, her website, TerriWaggoner.com, over at Supreme Lending. How we doing, Miss Terri?
Fabulous this morning. How about you?
Very good, very good.
Well, I thought I'd talk about the exciting subject of repair escrows.
Yes, let's do it. And these are important.
They are, because, not everyone wants to do the rehab loan. Those are fabulous loan products.
Yeah.
But not everybody wants to go to the extent of that.
Sure.
So you can actually, and again, with the limited supply of housing that we have out there, the completely redone homes have 15 to 20 buyers putting offers on them, and it's a difficult task to try to get a executed contract on one of those homes.
Sure.
But if you go with a home that maybe, needs some new carpet, needs some new paint, needs a little bit done in the kitchen, maybe just smaller repairs, this is a perfect loan product for that. You can, if your repairs are anywhere from $500 to $5,000, can't go over $5,000.
Right.
But we can do up to $5,000 and pay it at closing. So depending on how we work out the numbers, and Mike and I can get creative on that, whether the buyer is going to pay for it or the seller is going to pay for it. If the house is going to appraise, we may even be able to roll a little bit of that into the purchase price. So we can negotiate all of that with between the buyer and the seller. But that gets paid after we close. So you can do this on an FHA loan, a VA loan, a conventional loan, any of those loan types. You cannot do any type of structural work. So if it's foundation work, we can't roll that in. If you're moving a wall, we can't do that on a repair escrow. If you're replacing the roof, we can't do that. Swimming pool, can't work on a swimming pool.
And not to be confused with the rehab loans, because those are all things that we can do.
We can do all
on
of
the
those.
Rehab loan.
Yes.
So two different things, folks.
Right.
We got repair escrows, which is that smaller amount, like Terry's talking about, $500 to $5,000. Other things, structural, all that type of stuff, all that can be done.
Right.
But that's in the rehab product.
In the rehab
right
product.
now, we're
not in
talking
this one.
repair escrow.
Right. This is a quicker solution to minor repairs than a rehab loan.
Right.
If you have a true full rehab, we can certainly accommodate that as well.
Right.
Okay. What we need to set up the repair escrow is 2 bids, 2 itemized full. Needs to be everything disclosed on the bids. And let me just caution on something here. One time I was doing a rehab escrow, and the customer provided me with 2 bids that were completely fake. They actually have to be real bids with real companies that are open for business.
Right.
Okay. So again, any documentation that you provide to your loan officer, make sure it's true and correct.
So you can't go to Office Max and get one of those little things that says invoice or quote and handwrite it in.
Because like this, like everything else, our underwriters verify everything.
Yeah.
And they should.
Absolutely.
So we have to have the 2 full itemized bids. We have to have the W-9 from the contractor because he's going to be receiving payment. Doesn't have to be licensed contractor in the state of Texas. Some states require that, but we don't. Then we set up the repair escrow typically at the title company. We'll hold those funds. Whoever's paying, the buyer, the seller, however the contract is written up, the funds will be held at the title company. The contractor then has 10 days to complete the work. After we close, everyone closes, everyone signs the loan funds, all of that good stuff. The contractor has 10 days to do the repairs, and then we send the inspector, the appraiser, back out to inspect the property to ensure that the work's been done in a good workmanship manner. Mm-hmm. Then the payment's made to the contractor.
And we saw a lot of these repair escrows back when there was a lot of HUD foreclosures.
Right.
So it can be FHA compatible. And we don't see a lot of HUD foreclosures right now.
No.
But a lot of agents don't know how to do them.
Yeah. There's still plenty of homes out there that we could utilize this loan program on that I don't think we're utilizing quite enough.
Right.
Because a lot of people want to wait to make sure or wait till they get in the house and then they'll do it themselves later. What a perfect way to do it. And to also ensure that the work that's being done is from a reputable company, because we're going to kind of check all of that out for you.
Yeah. And then sometimes you take a repair escrow and maybe combine that with something that we can do with some of our vendors, like, for example, Ideal Floors,
right,
where we can get the seller to pay, Ideal Floors at closing. Ideal Floors will move out the pay, so no out of pocket. That wouldn't have to go to repair escrow. We use repair escrow for something else.
Right.
So combine those two things, or with some of the vendors that we work with, you could do quite a bit with just a repair escrow, and then maybe what we can negotiate otherwise.
That's right. It is really a great program. There's just a small fee if it's not a HUD real estate owned property. There's a $200 administration fee that goes along with it. If it is a HUD home, there's a $300 fee. I don't know why they set that up differently, but anyway. Okay. And then we have a minimum holdback also, because with most repairs, your contractor is going to give you a bid, and then, inevitably something happens and it's a little bit more than that. So there's a small escrow holdback that's applied to that as well, right, so that we make sure we don't go over.
Yeah, absolutely. Folks, hey, this is a great program. And, of course, Terri has all the greatest programs possible out there. The amazing best interest rates as well. Hey, whether you need to refinance, whether you're looking at a new purchase, whether you're looking at a Texas cash out, you need to get with Terri. Her website, TerriWaggoner.com. Mention you heard her on the radio show. TerriWaggoner.com, folks. Hey, folks, another great week. We will see you next week. We're live every week, 8 to 9 a.m. right here on Cliff. See you next week. Neither the hosts nor the guests or contributors of the show Inside Real Estate with Mike Kruizinga are attorneys, CPAs, tax advisors, or investment advisors, and are not providing legal advice during the course of the show. If you need professional legal advice or services in any of those categories, please seek the appropriate professional. The host is a licensed real estate agent in Texas with the Chris Arnold Premier Realty Brokerage, a fair housing broker and member of the MLS. Texas real estate agents are prohibited from providing legal advice.